Hedgehog's Homestead. Today, I am processing some elderberry. I have 4 bags full, so I don't know. I had them in my freezer, how much this is gonna make. But I have a recipe that is tried and true. I've used it before, and I'm gonna do it again. And so basically, you just kind of shake them off when they're frozen. These are all frozen together. And I put them in a bag that's a little looser. Give them a good shake and get as many of them off as you can. And that's why I freeze them in the first place. And then you get going on making some elderberry syrup. I'm gonna lay this out. I actually only processed 2 bags, and I still have some stems in here, which I'll take out when I measure them out. So I'm going to put as many cups as we have to process it. The rest of it I might have to make into jam or something else. So there's 1 cup. 2, 3, 4. I think that is all I'm going to process because that is a lot of syrup right there. And then I have this other bag. I think the rest of it I'll have to make into jam or something. Okay. I'm going to put these back in the freezer, and then I have 2 more bags that are that are still on the stem. So let's process these and see what we get out of it. So we're going to cook this, get it to a simmer, and stir it randomly. And then for each cup that I put in, we're going to put 2 cups of honey. And I'm going to squeeze a little ginger in there as well. So, but that comes at the end. The ginger can go in now, and I'm going to go ahead and put just a good squeeze of ginger in there. We have this ginger squeeze bottle. I'm just going to squeeze some of this in here. A couple good glops. And we'll be back when it's simmering. You want to make sure that you give it a good stir every once in a while it's simmering. I've got a simmer on this now, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. We don't want to boil it. I want it to simmer for 15 minutes. So I'm going to turn this down to low. We've simmered for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to drain it into a bowl with a little strainer. Any of the berries in my syrup. So I didn't take out all the little stems when I was cooking this. And that doesn't matter because of this right here. I have to grab another bowl. And then this berry mix, I'm going to push that down and get all the juices out of there as much as possible. And you can see that they've kind of turned, I'll show you guys closer in a second. They kind of turn they lose all their color, but the syrup doesn't. Okay, I'm going to throw that away in my compost and the rest. Hopefully this bowl's big enough. Yeah, it's gonna be big enough. Okay. Just a little bit left in there. You don't want the berries in there because the problem is they have little the seeds in there that are kind of stony, and so you don't want that in there. So we'll make sure that after I drain this all out, that we get all the little berries out of it, period. I rinsed all the berries out of my pan. Now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna put the strainer over the pan, and because you always get a little bit of seed in there, I'm gonna go ahead and put it through the strainer again. For each cup I put in there of berries, I'm gonna put 2 cups of honey. So there's 4. I need 4 more. Okay, so there's 4 more cups. I'm gonna turn on my oven again, or stove again. There's a couple berries in here still. Okay, and then I'm gonna dump this honey in here, and I'm gonna heat this up slowly. That's why I'm not putting on, because you want that to mix and make the syrup really slowly. And for every cup of berries that we put in, remember if you're using dry berries, it's 2 cups. So every cup of berries that we put in, or dry berries, you're gonna put half a cup of lemon juice, and that is gonna make it cannibal. So we're gonna bring this up to rolling simmer again, and let it cook the honey a little bit, and then we'll be able to can it. And we can water bath can it thanks to the lemon in it. Okay. Because I have 4 recipes here, 1/4 of a cup per recipe, I'm going to put in a whole cup of lemon juice. So I can can it. I'm going to bring this up to a boil again. Oh man, it smells amazing. All my ingredients are together, and so I'm going to bring this back up to a simmer, and I have my canner heating up my jars. So we're going to get those all nice and hot, and then we'll jar up our elderberry syrup. And I'll probably use a strainer again because I do see a couple seeds in there, which I don't want in my jars. So I just turned the stove off. I brought this up to a simmer. Now I'm going to can it. I got my cans. My jars are hot. My liquid is hot. And my canner's hot. Let's do this. I'm going to wipe that rim, and then put on my clean lid, brand new clean lid, a ring, and then finger tight, and put it in my canner. I have my extra jars in here. I take them out. That's how I ensure that they're hot and clean, disinfected. Stick my funnel in there, stick my mesh in there, and do another jar. Just finger tight. And put it in my canner. Now this will thicken up as it cools down. And when you open it up, then you need to store it in the fridge. In the canner. See here that I found a couple seeds in the process. Clean it off with vinegar water. Lid and a ring. Finger tight. My canner is full. Let it go, and then as soon as it comes to a boil, I will let it boil. I put a timer on for 15 minutes, and we'll can it for 15 minutes, and then we'll turn it off and just leave it in the canner until it's cooled down a little bit, and then take it out and set it on my canning. This is glass. I like to use this as a place where I can set my cans on. I have a little bit left. I'm just going to put this in a jar, put it in the fridge, and enjoy it whenever I feel a little on the sick side. So, God bless you. We'll see you guys next time here on Hedgehog's Homestead. Bye.